evening, good morning in some places, but in Jamaica it is just about 6 o'clock, and I am very pleased to welcome you to another Lounge Lime right here on Reggae Online. By the way, please, if you are not following us on Reggae Online, I invite you to do so. And also to check out some of the courses that we offer. We'll make sure that you get a chance to see some of what is offered on Reggae Online. We have a podcast, The Talawa Table. We also have a Rockers Book Club. And we have quite a number of courses that you can enjoy. Lounge Lime is really my place. And Lime, is a Caribbean thing. We are hanging out. We're hanging out with friends. And this evening, I'm very, very happy and pleased if you see me sounding a little bit more excited because this lady is a sister, a really good sister, a wonderful woman. And as the song just said, indeed a queen in reggae music. So let's make welcome to the Lounge Lime, Nadine Sutherland. Nadine.
Hey, hi. How are you?
I am good. Good to see you online. I
Yeah,
know we
man.
saw each other in the flesh very recently
Yeah,
of last night's pass.
it will be good to be there when the gates of Zion. We sing the song that good to be there. Chalice, chalice.
Chalice.
Yes,
But
yes. It just came in my head when you said good to be there. I just thought of that
but
song.
Nadine, it's so interesting because as you did that, I remember last night when you walked into where we were, you stopped and you made conversation with the officers.
Yeah.
And that kind of down to earth and earthy natural connectedness to people, I think is really one of the things that make him such a wonderful superstar. And I want to go ahead.
No, I laugh, but I said thank you, but I could have gotten arrested because I go to the man and said, Mr. Officer, you know this song from long time. You're too young, Coming from a country to win my bag of Cali. I woke up on a repeat, and he's cracking up, and he said, I don't know it. I said,
Oh,
yeah, Sugar Minor
yes,
song. I say too young, but every time I see police officer, that me sing to them,
that's
and
what you sing first.
he was cracking
It's
up.
really my favorite Minot song to
Yeah, man,
of
it's a
mine.
wicked. Oh my God, that song can
It's the
never.
daring reggae song.
Oh my
I
goodness,
dare
I
you
love
to
that
try
song.
something.
Yeah.
So, but Nadine, people see you as an incredible musician, an incredible artist. You've had an incredible career. You have been around for some time. Tell
45
me, I
years.
want you to just share this journey. What,
Um, this year is
when you
45
started in
years.
music? 45
5
years,
years
wow.
since I won Tasty, and actually I was taken aback to my 40th year, couple days ago because I was thinking that I had a job in New York for 2018. I was the director for the Performing Arts for Challenge, for a group of school called Challenge, right? I left that job, came back to Jamaica 2019, and recognized that 2020 was going to be my 40th year in the music industry. Start making plans, start paying people, start setting the
Mhm.
foundation for that moment. I was excited. I was going to have my Nadine 40th and friends, and then came COVID, and I was devastated. I was thinking about the money that I lost. And then I thought about the 45th year right now. I was going to a gig yesterday. I am still here. I'm performing, and 45 years after. So I was thinking to myself, you must never let a moment in time define your whole journey, and that has been like my like that has defined my whole 45th years of a career. Starting in 1979 when being the first winner of Tasty, having the ups and downs, and here I am, 45 years, still pinching myself.
45. Tell me, as a young girl in a competition like that, because now people hear about rising stars, different types of
Yeah.
competition. But did you have any kind of influences at that time that would have really, like, what did you sing at the
I
competition?
sang for the audition for, yeah, okay, you had like three rounds, semi-quarters they call it. For my semi-quarter that I won, which was like the summer semi-quarter, I sang
Mm-hmm.
Africa We Want for Go. have to understand my father is a roots man. I'm a group with
Yeah.
Bob and Peter and Dennis. So come on, my black brother, come on, my black sister, Africa, we want we go. And I was always a little dancer, so I was doing African dancing in the community with a man named Prof. So by the time now, I won the quarterfinals, passed common entrance the next day for St. Andrew High School for girls. So by the time December came now, Peter Tosh album, I think it was Mystic Man that had Buckingham Palace. It's like last night when I came into the place, Muta was playing Buckingham Palace. I said, Muta,
Yeah.
pull that up, because I the song when I went tasty with. With Buckingham Palace now, I really never knew it was about weed,
I was going to ask if you knew what the subject was,
All I know is the baseline wicked. And me want to go like some Tina Turner. Because, I love to dance. So I thought, I was like, it was what, 1979, and, you see Miss Tina on TV, doing her little, she performed and everything. And I was like, I love her. She was like me. I felt she was like me, and I wanted to do a little Tina.
You've got the legs in common too.
Well, I don't even know. But thanks. And I'm like, I want to be like Tina. And I tell you, I put on a show for 1979 and I won. I won Tasty Talent Contest, the inaugural winner. And I'm very proud.
And I know you moved from the Tasty and you started doing some studio work. I mean, we've spoken before, so it's no secret that you were a tough gong. Tell us about that journey and what that was.
Part of my prize was a recording contract with Tough Gong. And, Tough Gong was the cream of the crop because, Bob was a major superstar then and all of that. So when I won, Dan Jobson was the one who facilitated everything. I remember the first day I went to Tough Gong, it was Dan who met me and she introduced me to everybody and then she introduced me to Bob. Bob was home at that time. It was December. So he was off tour and Sangy Davis was then assigned the responsibility to write the song for me, Starvation on the Land. So if you can help up your brother, man, go on. Take some in a roots singer, tune on I see me, I wind up myself, ultimate roots daughter. So I did Starvation in 1980, and then it was, I heard it could have been number one, but it was a very tumultuous, volatile time in politics, 1980.
Oh, yeah.
So I heard after the fact that an 11-year-old girl, Starvation on the Land, that people was upset with me and was aligning me with a political party. That's how crazy people were. That's how crazy they were.
Wow.
Yeah. So Starvation was there and that happened. And I guess a young one like me was just writing and I didn't write it. Sangy Davis wrote it, but some incredible lyrics are in A Young One Like Me. A Young One Like Me, I've got to be happy, got to be free from rumors and schemers, blasphemers and dreamers of cruelty. And if all the weapons of war could be dumped in that great blue sea, how wonderful that would be to a young one like me. Sad that those lyrics are still applicable
even today. I'm glad you mentioned that particular song, Nadine, because I really wanted to ask you a question about reggae. I mean, I know your roots, I know your father and the Rastafari background. You mentioned Sangi. Sangi is a 12-tribe man, huh?
12-tribe man.
And so reggae has a rich history, but we know that reggae has reflected a lot of what's happening in society. Can you tell me a little bit about your feel about the evolution of the music, if you think from that song in 1980 to where we are now?
Oh, I feel about the evolution of the music?
Of the music, yeah.
Okay, so for me, I like to deconstruct reggae because a lot of people, because of when the time reggae came, the conscious lyrics, that was a popular culture. So reggae was infused with that kind of conscious lyrics, a lot of it, right? But that don't mean, I was having that discussion with my father today, but reggae is the music, the rhythmic track that is used for people to write their stories and to tell the stories of the Jamaican people. So you have lovers reggae, comical reggae, and me and Daddy was discussing it must be a dopey Aragon man, I might not find out yet. You know, you had so many of our stories reflected in reggae. I just wanted to put that where reggae is right now. What I hate is that some people who like to make the competition between dancehall and reggae and split them. It's Jamaican music, and I think that is one of the problem. That's why reggae, you know, right now them people cussing about what is taking over the thing and blah blah blah. If you split the music and go on like say it's two competing forces, I think that it's counterproductive. Reggae is our culture. The young people them should know that in our head, and it's not something from Wacky Kill Fill Up used for one particular thing. Reggae is used to articulate our challenges, our love, our pain, and we need to put that out there. Our consciousness. Reggae was used and to inform people about, especially people of African descent, about who they are. A lot of them show up better because some of the stuff and the messages that reggae music was conveying.
Give thanks.
Yeah, reggae has helped. You know, I was at Grow Nation, and a man from Africa was saying it's reggae music that a lot of Africans listen to that empower them. Why is it that is reggae or dancehall? And then I am flabbergasted.
I get you. I really do get you. And I think, you know, it's the notion of generations. So we compare a lot as well. We compare music. For some of us, the music ended in the 90s. I deliberately started with Queen because Queen was on, I think, what, 22 or 23? You did that song.
Yes, 2023, I think, yeah.
2023. And it resonates, it's celebratory. So it kind of tells me, if I were to look at your trajectory, that you still celebrate the music and you still they go wind up yourself. I have a confession to make, as Mr. Wind Up Yourself. I used to like winding up myself. So one of my favorite songs growing up was Action. Michael, we want action a little bit, just for the young ones watching. So they get
now sympathize, woman want good luck every night. Right now. Love a girl, Nadine, step up. She want a lover, man. Action. At a bag of motor. So we. Don't be ready, girl, them broke out. Action. At a bag of motor. So we. Don't be ready, girl, them broke out. You think you're so fine. Big chat no work, yeah, man, watch the time. Stop playing with my mind. Oh, man, no in a joke when she will want the wine. You call me on the phone. I know what a talking angel come down. And now I want you home. I tell Jackie, girl, me not use no stone. Action. At a bag of motor. Sweet. Don't be ready, girl, them broke out. Action. At a bag of motor. Sweet. Don't be ready, girl, them broke out. I need some action.
Tender satisfaction. By the way, Nadine dance same way, so you realize, you know, something, not even sure if it not get worse.
I know, right?
And sometimes I wonder if it has, but as I see the tarot, and we know the others who are in the track, tell us about some of the collaborations. You've done some collabs with really iconic people.
Yes, I have. Some of them behind my back, like Wicked Dicky, was morphed behind my back by Donovan Jermaine, which I'm not complaining that because that became a big hit. Wicked Dicky, Man for Wicked for Please Me with Reggaeville. Yeah. I think one of the biggest hits of the 90s was the remix of Anything for You. It was Snow and I who did Anything for You, and it was mixed by I'm sorry, Tony Kelly. That was another big tune, but I've forgotten. There's some iconic, incredible dancehall DJs.
What was it like recording Action? Tell us a little bit about that process for you and your
I think Action was very funny. Action trajectory was Nadine. So, okay, guys, I'm recovering from a cold, so there might be a little bit coughing sometime. It started out as a demo for me, but Dave Kelly decided to release it as Nadine Sutherland, Terra Fabulous in the Jamaican market. I probably will have to stop a little and drink some water. Can you give me some time?
Yeah, man, I can continue to talk. Michael, perhaps it's our best moment to talk a little bit if you come and screen with me for a little bit and talk a little bit about some of the offerings for Reggae Online in the middle of the program.
Sure.
I mentioned Rockers Book Club. What am I discuss this week?
Well, we're not starting it. We're trying to get people to join the club
Send them
because
book.
we're gonna do the first book is gonna be Brown Girl in the Ring, Nala Hopkinson. So
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be the first book, and we want people to join so we can have nice discussions and get it going. So just scan that QR code, join the club, and we have a long list of books, and each quote unquote season we'll do about two or three of the books from that list, and the list keeps growing. So yeah, we have every how the club works. We have every 2 weeks we have a live stream discussion, but beyond that, there's discussions going on with the members of the club.
Mm-hmm.
Online. We have like a private, what we call a community space where we can post things and discuss things with each other and that kind of stuff.
And
So
what better way to really connect than through books? And I like the fact that we're also celebrating Caribbean authors
it's all Jamaican
for
and
the
Caribbean
most part.
authors
So
and
it's
themes. Yeah,
so Jamaica, Caribbean. That's where we want to start. We make we own a canon. Whether or
that's
not
right.
people put us in the big canon, we did it. And then people are still asking me about our series the other day that we had for Reggae Month with Berkeley Global.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I get requests for songwriting, so that's probably something that we need to consider
Excellent. Yeah, maybe we should talk to Sarah about doing a
about having
workshop.
some.
Yeah, yeah, because she
But
did a mini workshop during the webinar, and it was really well received.
so if you can just quickly just tell us some of the courses that
Okay.
ones can sign up for.
Some of the courses we have, Jeff Menzies has a making of gourd banjos. The banjo
Mhm.
is a very Caribbean instrument. A lot of people don't know, and Jeff takes you through the process of
I don't have mine here when we did spoil, but
right.
we still have this.
Yeah, but it takes you through the complete process of cleaning the gourd, of milling all the wood and finishing everything. So there's that. There's reggae rudiments, which is more like a theory course, kind of taking you through all the different rhythms, the different reggae rhythms, how they look on sheet music, how they sound, what makes one different from the other. There is Talking Bob, which is a short course with Fabian Thomas, kind of going through the life and journey of Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. Mhm.
There's Jamaican music, a little look, a very short kind of run through of the history of Jamaican music. There is making money from your music, and that is all the legal and contractual stuff to do with music, about publishing, about agreements, about points, about all these different things. A lot. There's also 30 Days of Gratitude, which is a gratitude course that I did that I'm teaching.
Mhm.
There's Christian New Thought 101, which is also a foundation kind of course. New Thought Christianity is an approach to Christianity that doesn't deal with the letter of the law necessarily, but more metaphysical, deeper understanding of the Christian principles, and the approach to the Bible is like that as well. And for some people who don't know, I'm recently a licensed reverend. Yeah.
Yes,
And
right.
yes, so I'm that is another one of the courses. There's rhythm builders. Javis McIntosh is teaching you about putting together a reggae rhythm in Logic and also in the studio. So it's a producer's course. So
And
there's
there's the one on drumming with
Kumina drumming, yes, with Kevin. So it's dealing with the foundational stuff, the folk music of Jamaica, where a lot of other things come from. You know,
Nadine in backstage yet?
which one?
Is Nadine back in
She
this set?
is. She is. So we can
Okay.
talk some more a little
So
bit
we can
later.
talk some more.
Yes, let me bring
Let
her
me catch her before the coughing fit start.
I
back.
know.
Um, Thanks, Nadine.
Yeah.
I want to go back to something you said earlier on about the role of reggae music and what it meant for that African who spoke. We know that Jamaica, through reggae, advocated for Zimbabwe, all of those things. So I kind of just want from your perspective, what what are some of the things that you really think the music is doing, has been doing over the years? And I know you refer to some changes in the industry, but just talk a little bit about that for me in terms of our impact on social issues.
Well, I think that reggae, because of the consciousness and what, that kind of consciousness that has been in reggae, that pro Pan-African kind of ideals, that revolutionary kind of, lyrics that we found in reggae music of that time and still do, not as much as how it was. Reggae music was speaking about apartheid before apartheid became mainstream popular. You know what I'm saying? Peter Tosh and them man that talk about reggae music before in the States, that people thought it was no fashionable to walk and all that. Our PhD, not basically university gifted PhD, but our prophets, our seers, our professors were seeing this and speaking about this. They gave people, apart from that, people, they articulated another kind of Africanness than what our colonizers were putting in our heads. They helped us through music to decolonize our minds in becoming so much more comfortable with our blackness. Right?
I'm gonna go to women and music. I think a lot of our conversations around women and music is women being in the background, but a lot of you stepping forward in the limelight, or you were in it from a child. What has that journey been like in this industry that we could say primarily is male dominated?
They told me that was a male dominated industry and they made me feel it. I never thought about it. I got it, I guess, in some sense, in terms of some of the limitations that people wanted to box me in. But I never had those kind of fears. I was just singing and wanted to be heard. But like sometimes when I reflect on certain things that happened, like even in the 90s, I can see that, some of the stuff that was there, some of the limitations that were indeed placed on me. I have to rate up Ramesh, because I see that he has put a lot of effort in Sensia, and he wasn't looking at her from a perspective like she was a girl. She was like, you can do this. And I always big him up when I have any conversation. With sexual harassment and all of that, I had my father into my 20s. And then it was me, and I can't say that. I think that somewhat of my background also, people knowing that my father kind of man is a Rasudalas, that has helped me navigate.
I hope he's given you permission to say that.
Years after. And yeah, but some even other little hints that I probably have witnessed, I can understand. I speak to some young ladies and it's horrific how some of the stuff that people want them to do is terrible. So sexual harassment is definitely there. But in terms of even being respected as a songwriter and being respected, trying to keep your own space and your own autonomy. Because I remember when I got signed to Elektra, they wanted me to be who I was not. I thought I was sexy enough. Come on, my belly skin was showing in action video. But certain things that they wanted me to do, I just felt that it was not necessary, for me to do that, to sell records. So that again, you go and, people having ideas how black dancehall artists, because then that's what I was doing, from the Caribbean, how you should be represented. There was a model that was there. And I never thought I was that model. I could be the model, but a different articulation, because it was just not me. I think I was good enough with my belly skin showing and dancing up a storm and winding up myself. They wanted something more, I guess, sexier from their perspective. So that's another thing that, you see in the industry that some people don't really want to go to Hot Mama, even though I talk to some girls and they don't want to be what dancehall is, saying that they should be, or what's the predominant image that is out there. They don't want it. They don't want to be that person. So some of them even backing off from the music. They have told me they prefer to just like back down.
And in those instances, what do you say to the young women?
I'm like, I didn't do too bad being myself. It was a harder journey, but I stuck to who I was, and some people said I was boring. I guess my boredom gave me 45 years. My boring self gave me 45 years.
Gave you 45 years.
I encourage authenticity. Like with Joby Job, I love her. That's her name, Joby.
Joby.
I love her, and I encourage her to be different.
Yes, and Joby actually studied photography,
Right.
Was a visual arts student and just left.
She went to NMLA, and I'm like, do that. Be different. Be the different, because you will stick out like a sore thumb. And she's sticking out because she is talented. She's sticking out. She's doing what is right for her spirit. So,
if someone were to ask you, has music really paid you? Did you make money from music? Are you making money from music?
No, not at all.
You actually say no, Nadine?
No, right now I am making some money with my shows, but have I made any in the past? Well, not really. I'm not rich, like, driving a Benz or anything like that. I mean, God has been good to me. I have my own house and I own it. But I mean, I think that I should have 10 houses.
It's a way to measure how hard you work.
To measure how hard I work and to measure my male counterparts. But anyway, I have no regrets because of that. It's 45 years and I'm still earning money. I'm still earning an income. I'm still here. Do you understand how powerful that is? So whatever is supposed to happen, I don't even look at that. One time I did. No, I'm just feeling, I'm in a space of so much gratitude and thankfulness. And I'm just saying, God, thank you so very much. Look how much people drop out physically. Look how much people start with me. Look how much people younger than me that not making, and I'm like, okay, so this little old foot isn't doing too bad. And I'm very thankful.
What brought you to this place?
I guess, I don't know. I guess you look at stuff from a very practical perspective. And you can hindsight and maturity and wisdom and spirituality. My spirituality has helped me a lot. When I look at the 90s, and I'm seeing some of the people who were the kings in the American market during the 90s and the early 2000s. When I lost my deal, I was devastated. But then when I look what was there in the American music industry and what we hear, what it was, and what we can see, what it has done to some female vocalists. Can you imagine a naive girl entering into that from Jamaica? Anything could have happened to me, anything could have happened.
Anything.
Sometimes when I can't go on my bed right as and I can't sleep, and trust and believe, my cousins them will tell you and then tell everybody, and them they go around and tell people I'm going to go on my bed 6:30, which is not true. I go to my bed.
You mean 6:30 p.m. or a.m.?
Well, every night. So
tell me how spirituality shows up for you, Nadine.
Spirituality shows up in just me, in myself, in my being, my relationship with God, my relationship with my ancestors. That's how spirituality show up for me. Understanding that I am not here battling this alone. I am here instead of thinking that, I'm here cleaning up my inside, trying to make my life lighter, my energy in terms of what I attract to me. Trying to make sure me clean. Me try forgive, a pretty word, try. I try to do the best that I can with what I am right now and try to live it from a light perspective, because listen right now, to contaminate your space with crap. I actually can feel it. I actually can feel it. So I try to do everything light. Speak light, think light, eat light, everything. Just have light around me, surround me. Try to be light, you know.
How do you balance personal life and being a performer?
First.
You walk into a space and you and Colleen gonna have a drink, but you walk in and you're being surrounded. How do you strike that kind of balance, separating your own time from superstar Nadine time?
You know, some I get used to it. You know, so even when in a thing that it used to bother me. It used to bother me. I keep on forgetting. And then I had to reconcile. That the reality of me, unless when I go to the States, that's different. But in Jamaica. So I just have to try and accept it. You know, and just try and accept what it is and just like ground myself. So I don't like when people shout me out though when I go with my friend them and all of that. Sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes it feel nice. I'm like, yeah man, cool. Yeah, go on, but if somebody I sing, nobody come put the mic in my face. Come in and want to sing. Me did if you hear you want to sing. Me sing all of my life. Me sing all the time. Me up on stage, I bubble and I do dirty wine. I want to listen to somebody singing. I don't want the attention on me. Then I am here to make you the attention. Don't make me the attention. So certain things I don't like, but certain things I've accepted. I do not like anybody coming to me after I'm coming from the gym and want to ask me for pictures. That is totally insane, right? Me I come from gym, I sit in and have no makeup, all kind of things. Why you want to have a picture of me when I'm at my most unattractive? Come on.
Perhaps not.
Huh?
Perhaps not for them. You're Nadine.
You know, see me after gym, or you know, see me before gym. Nobody no go gym unless, you know, with makeup on and choop. Probably Jennifer Lopez and, you know, but not me.
You know, it's interesting.
Certain times I really would like people to have some consideration. I'm not going to remember you because we took the bus from Constant Spring to Above Rocks 40 years ago. No. So sometimes it's a little bit impossible. But the other time, I try now to deal with it with respect because I'm like, this is my life. It is a blessing. God has blessed you. Just be kind. Blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I'm coming with them faciness and I'm light. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm learning to deal with it better. Truth. That are the truth.
I feel the truth because I've experienced it. I think one of the things that I love about you, Nadine, is your ability to give a strong no. Your no is a no, and your yes is a yes. So your no is as strong as your yes. But if you're to give an advice to any young woman coming in the industry about that yes and that no, what do you say?
I think you learn, you know, because sometimes when I was younger, I did a lot of yeses. But sometimes giving all of the yeses, you know, you realize that you're exhausting yourself, you know. But I still try to give as much as I can to my community because I believe in that. But I cannot all the time give to my community. Sometimes it just have to be a no, you know. Yeah. But I think I grew into it to understand when I must say the yes and when I must say the no. So that's why, you know, you understand that the no strong and the yes them strong.
All right. So I want to go back a little bit to your art. Just for someone listening in, what's your process like behind creating a song from your inspiration to recording it to making a video? Okay.
The inspiration, first and foremost, when I have a song to write, I just start listening to different music. I start listening to music. One of the things I love to one of the persons I always listen to, what am my name again? Speak softly, love, da, 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 from the sky. Do, 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 do. Him do a lot of
I know that Michael you can put in a chat.
He was a wicked singer. He was a wicked singer. I like to listen to those old songs, the Gold Fingers, because of the melodies. It's the man. I love to listen to those old school because the melodies are awesome. The old R&B, the melodies, the bridges, and all, it's awesome. So it informs my musicality now. So, you know, a concept might come, but it's a musicality because, then you get a rhythm or you write a song. I know that Queen, when I wrote Queen, I was listening to I leave the door open, I leave the door open, I leave the door open, I leave the door open. Bruno Mars. I was listening to that song and I'm like, I want to create a reggae song just from, being so inspired. And then I did Queen. My husband laugh and say me do Queen and things like me and Whitney Houston. And then we go and rehearse and say, please drop it a semitone. And then, the funniest thing, I'm doing Queen on tracks now and I'm doing Queen in the key that I wrote it in, So, yeah. I listen to music and it informs my musicality and it informs my songwriting ability. So, and then I write a song and then I get a concept for a video sometimes not. Sometimes somebody bring a concept to me and I look at it and, go with it or sometimes don't.
What has been the most challenging project that you worked on?
I can't say. I don't think I've had a challenging project.
That's wonderful though, Nadine.
Yeah, I don't think that I've had a challenging. Yeah.
Tell me what's been your most fun then?
I'm always having fun. I always have fun, I always have fun. That's why, a lot of the music that I do, I have fun doing them. I cannot say that anything has brought. Was Queen challenging? Queen was a little bit physically challenging, but coming off a walk down once. It's very steep.
In a spiky boot.
A spiky boot and try look like some. I never did a wobble and never did a thing. That was kind of hard. So that was hard, the physical aspect, and you have to look straight and this big old long red frock where made me look like Queen myself. It was very regal looking. So that was kind of hard. I should say that was kind of hard doing that part in Queen and trying to be regal and like a, triple and up the camera not catch me and I hold on. They didn't catch that part.
So when I see you on stage, when people see you on stage, they're seeing you just up there performing. And I have to say, no matter the audience size, we're getting the same Nadine. Have you ever been up there and looked down in the crowd and think you're not getting enough vibe to give your best self?
Me, I was just give my best self. Bob Marley said that one thing I've learned being around the Marleys is they always say that Bob Marley say if you perform for 5 people like or you perform for 50,000 people. So if you not gonna give me the vibes, you not take me, I go dance and go on same way and me go on because I put myself in performance mode and I'm like, I'm gonna give this. And if you what I'm saying when you younger fingernail clap, that is on you. But me know so when me come on the stage, I'm gonna sing out, me I gonna dance out, I'm gonna give everything on that stage. Yeah.
Give thanks. I'm going to ask this. If you were to, is there anywhere in the world that you would like to perform that you haven't performed yet? And where is that?
Africa. Somewhere in Africa. I want to go to the motherland so badly. I feel when I go there, I'm going to feel so connected and, probably I'm having some idealistic thing, I'm like, oh my God, I want to go to the motherland,
I mean, the truth is most people I've spoken to, they've had an experience entering this space, artists and regular people. So we're going next year now?
I think I might. I think I might go to Africa this year. I'm unsure. Probably one of my friends is having her 60th birthday party, and we're thinking of going to Africa to celebrate. So I'll probably go to Africa, and I'm like, will I feel that connect? Like, oh my God, my ancestors are from here. Ooh.
Well, I should send you something, Nadine. There is actually a conference in South Africa.
Really?
And I'm bringing this in because there's a conference. I'd love to see you present as Nadine, the girl who is into academic work.
Okay.
You have a master's in cultural studies. What was that like?
That was an interesting journey. I have to big up Sanja Naya, who came to me. I was in Rising Stars. Like, I always see you, I always hear, and I think you are very smart. There is a program that the University of the West Indies, initiated, and they want people who are practitioners. She said, "You have a sixes?" I said, "I think I do," which I do. And she said, "You have any A levels?" I said, "I've one A level." And she went, "You have any university background?" I was like, "No." But she said, "As long as you have subjects and you have 5 years being a practitioner in the creative arts, you can apply." So I applied. Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. I always wanted to go back to school. Well, when I applied, they're like, "Goodbye. They want to see you." They never give me a chance. And then,
Really?
yeah, the first time when I applied, and Sandra went and really advocated for me. She's like, "I believe in this woman. She's smart. She's bright. You hear her speak." And I got in after that. And I remember Sandra saying to me, "Nadine, I got you in, but you have to keep
Put
yourself
there.
So the first course that I did, the people who came under this, tenure, who, this new opportunity at the University of the West Indies, I was the only one with no first degree. But what I had over them is that I really wanted it. So by the time we were being, they were assessing us now if we can do the masters. After I had to go you do undergraduates for like 2 years.
Okay.
I had to do undergraduate studies for 2 years before they even thought, I could have done the master's. So I did undergraduate for 2 years, and after they assessed me and assessed everybody, I was the only one that got promoted. And when I got promoted, I got really nervous. I was like, "Oh my God, it's a master's program." And I felt that, I never knew about academia, but I knew enough. And I just started by the second year, I get pure A's. I just never knew how to write. There's a way you write academically, and the citing and all of that. And I never knew, but every time I did a paper and explained myself from layman terms, it was understood. It kind of forced me into learning to write. By the time I wrote the paper, I have to learn. And learn I did.
It's like riding a bike, huh? You
learn
practice,
I did.
and you're
Very
getting.
short period of time.
Is that an accomplishment that you feel particularly proud of?
Very, very proud of it. Very, very proud of it.
Has it made a difference in your life?
Of course. I think I think my brain kind of smarter because because of the study.
Beautiful.
The study that made have to put through and the kind of research. I mean, it was a beautiful process. It felt hard right then, but to learn about how cultural formation, to be a practitioner and to understand why I move in the space the way that I do was incredible for me. And to see the culture of Jamaica and why and how and all of those questions that studying provided me with that information was just incredible.
And I guess it really is pulling out you. When I look at some of the things you've said since we've started, a moment in time does not define your whole journey. Reggae is the rhythmic track for telling people's story. Reggae articulates our love, our pain. All of those little things I find are good gems, that doesn't just come out because Nadine is a songwriter. I think as you speak, ones will understand she did go through a process with this postgraduate program that you went in.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you were able to do that. I'm curious to see whether or not it will inform where you go in the future with career, or what do you want to do with it, if at all, if to use it at all?
I guess it have to coexist with my performing right now because I'm enjoying it. I have no idea. It's like my masters took me into fields that I was not even thinking. I'm serving on boards right now, and I'm like, I just feel like there are other things that I will be doing, but I just asked the universe to direct me, and let's see what happens
and see where it goes. So outside of music, Nadine, what's your other passions?
Why not myself dance? When I'm bored right now, I'm like,
stop saying why not myself. Well, that's really what it is, huh?
Right. I really love dance. A lot of people don't know. I did ballet. I did modern dance. I used to do, when action. Before that, I used to dance with Tony Wilson. I used to dance at School of Dance. I'm really just like passionate about dance and everything about dance. I love dance. I mean, I am a fanatic of, I remember when I went to Alvin Ailey and sitting down there and, watching Alvin Ailey in Jamaica and then pay to go and see Alvin Ailey. And I remember when Revelation started and I'm bawling. Oh my God, it's been so many years, and it was just beautiful for me. So I like dance. I like the art of dancing. So when I can, I go to dance performances and yeah, I know a good dancer from another not so good a dancer.
Tell me some of your favorite producers to have worked with.
Actually, you put me in there, because if we mention one or two, three or four, I enjoy my producers very much. They are wonderful men.
You did name dropping here already, though.
Hmm?
You did do some name dropping already. You call it. You said Dave, and you also mentioned Jermaine.
Yeah.
So, are you in trouble?
No. But you're saying that I enjoy. Can you imagine if I know producer I work with, if me go say who me enjoy and forget one name, a war.
Okay, so let me shift from producers a little bit and go to women. I chose Queen not just because I see you as a queen, but also there's a particular shot that I loved where you were placed. On your right was Rita Marley, and on the left, I think, was what's her name from VP Records? Patchin. If you were to think of, we talk about forefathers. If you were to think of a foremother in music, do you have any foremothers?
All of them who came before me, I'm standing on their shoulders. The Ritas, the Judiths, the Marcias, the Hortense Ellis, and those that I don't even remember, because sometimes you speak about some people mention some women who are forgotten because there's not anything that is keeping their name alive. To you, my heart cries out, Porphyria. Phyllis Dillon.
Yeah.
I have to thank them for what they have done, because they have gone through a lot. When you listen to Marcia's story and what she has been through in the music industry from Cox and Dodd's day to right now, it's not been an easy journey. The Judith stories, the Rita story, and all those women's stories. And they went out looking beautiful. I was thinking about the I3 when I used to see the I3 in all their grandeur. We'll call it Rastafari grandeur. I see these three women and they're dancing behind or doing themselves. And I started doing the I3 skank when I did Starvation. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, they were just like some beautiful African angels to me, the class, all of that. So those women I have to give it to, because I watched them and wanted to be like them. At least I had women who were Jamaican and representing all the different hues of blackness. Marcia Honey, Judy a little, Rita, dark skin and gorgeous and shapely. And I'm like, yeah, I really honor them, man.
So when the young women, like you mentioned, Joby J, look at you, what do you want them to see? What do you want them to say?
I have no idea what they're gonna say, but I know I show up in my authentic self, and I'm not a woman who's like sitting here and like, oh my God, I hope I'm an inspiration. Oh my God, because that's ego. Mm-hmm. That's just me, my ego would be like, I am inspiring the younger generation. Oh my God, I have no idea. If I inspire you, I am really happy. But if you don't want to be inspired by me, I don't really have a problem with that. If they're looking at me and they're taking something from me that's inspiring, yeah, that's pretty cool. But I don't know what they're gonna say.
All right, Nadine, I really appreciate the candor. What you're working on now? 45 years later.
Getting some singles out. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. Getting some singles out this year. I know one is supposed to come out called Niceness. And I'm trying to write some songs right now, and that's it. Doing my shows, in dance classes and
let's put the vision in public. When you say you want to go to the continent, tell me what country in the continent you want to step in first. I'll write them down.
I might be stepping in Kenya first if I'm going to go to the 6. But the country, I want to go to Ghana and I want to go to Nigeria. I want to go to Ghana to see if, some people say that they feel that visceral.
It's like going east and west,
Yeah, I know. But like for Ghana now, being of Jamaican descent, and they said a lot of our ancestors came from there. People who have gone there said them feel a visceral connection. Me want to see if I go feel like Pauline. Yeah. I want to see if that when I go to Ghana, if my spirit and I'm just feeling just like a connection that, you can't speak like some psychic umbilical cord just gone in your belly and it's like, I want to see if I have that feeling. And then I said, because people say it, I wonder if it's going to be organic or it's because people say it or whatsoever. I don't know. I just want to go to Ghana.
I do get you. Do you think we should really all go back or get there?
Just even to visit. I think you need a one visit to the motherland to see how it feels. And if some people want to go back and live, I have no problem with that. I've never been there to have like an alternative to say it is somewhere that I want to live, compared to Jamaica. Because I love the rock here, I love this a piece of rock called Jam. I'm proud of it and everything with them. I'm proud of my Marcus, I'm proud of my Bob, I'm proud of my Hussein, I'm proud of my Rastafari, I'm proud of my Pocomania, I'm proud of this little rock that we, with all the way, one madness. I always say Jamaica is two ways, so very magical and so very mad. It's like we have two energies. But I love this place so much with everything that it is. So I don't know if I go there, I'm going to want to stay. But I think that I feel that we should try even to visit the motherland even once in our life, because that's where our ancestors are from.
The way you
some of us, no, I correct myself.
For some of us, yeah. Thank you for acknowledging that we're out of many one. But the way you described Jamaica just now, it kind of leading me to ask you about your ideal Jamaica. What does that look like for you?
My ideal Jamaica is a unified space. My ideal Jamaica is to see if we can do something for our young people. I walk on the road, and if it's one desire that I have right now, is a Nadine Sutherland Foundation. I'm finding these young people who are so intelligent and go through high school and they can't do the next step, right? They cannot do the next step because of monetary stuff. And they're bright and they're smart. Mm-hmm. And it makes me feel so empty and makes me feel so like, what can I do? And I don't want to feel like I want to do something that I even can offer a scholarship to one of them, because some of them, you see them every day and they want to work and they want the help for this, and it makes me sad. So I want to see a Jamaica that our young people are given opportunities. We're having a lot of people want to go to America, and some people don't even want to go to America. Some people want to stay here, but we need the opportunities to give them. We need young people to feel good that, So it's something that I'm looking at, to see young person who want to go to college and university and just can't afford it. But there will be a foundation. Yeah, putting it out there, the Nadine Sutherland Foundation.
And I'm sure you'll get the support. You can count me in to support that. Sometimes you wonder if we don't need to put musicians together, artists together to create this one thing that gets a full support from everybody. As opposed to Colleen Douglas having one, you having one, because there's so much to be done. I want to shift to go to when you think of any dream, any goal that you haven't yet accomplished and that you'd like to, beyond the foundation, anything for you? Because this is what Nadine is doing for others with the foundation. But anything you?
I don't know. I don't want to say it because I don't know. I really don't know. You know what, to tell the truth, probably where I am right now, I'm so comfortable in my space and comfortable in my life. I've been through so much pain that I had to, like, pull myself out of, and so many things have happened, and I have, when you reach a space that you're feeling at peace and you're just like thankful, irrespective that there's no perfection in your life, but you're just thankful. You wake up every day just feeling thankful, because sometimes when you think of what could have been, and it's not so, and you're here 45 years after, and you're just like, God, could be worse, and all you can see are the thing them when you can't be thankful for. Me don't know. Me can't write to say no. Me don't know. Me don't really feel that I desperate for anything, right? But I don't know.
Somebody sent me a WhatsApp message. It's a very cheeky. Say, ask Nadine what's her cheekiest song. Or like an out order song.
Man, I feel wicked to please me. Come here, one girl, no easy. You can't.
With no idiot song.
Me one girl with no smile. Whoa,
She said bap bap.
Big tune,
She said bap bap. So, okay, and then she's put, but I like my baby face. She said, what were you thinking of when you did baby face?
I had a cute baby face, but it never worked out. But I'm very thankful to him. He's given me a song that has lived in the dancehall for nearly 30 years. So how wonderful.
And a baby face, they're on the scene, Nadine.
Not one baby face. Not even a ugly face. No, sir.
Is that something that you think women need to be complete?
No, not at all. You need we're complete in our own selves. A foolishness that you need one man for complete, foolishness. Why, if somebody is not gonna come in my life now, I am whole, and if you're not whole, I'm sorry. I've worked very, very hard on my wholeness. I can't accept, I've worked very hard in coming to a space in my head that I feel right now in my life that there's some degree of peace. I cannot make anybody come and disrupt that. So I feel whole right now.
And so if they come good.
They have to come good.
And you'd be ready.
I am ready.
You're ready. Nadine, it is just about that time. It is always a pleasure talking to you. I should tell you that during COVID times, Nadine was one of my people who kept me alive. My gosh. For those of us who are social butterflies, that period when you say, no, man, like we just jump on at a particular time every week and just a nice little circle of people keeping it going. We give thanks for those moments.
Colleen, let me tell you something. Yeah, have to.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Nadine Sutherland, our daughter of Reggae Queen, is our first guest on the Lounge Lyme for Women's History Month. We look forward to many more of these conversations. We invite you to watch, subscribe. We invite you to share the link with others so that they can hear more about this wonderful human being that we have here on our screen with us. Nadine, thank you so much for joining us.
God bless you. Namaste. Take care.
Give thanks. So we come back on the Lounge Lyme next week with another phenomenal woman in music. We're not just doing women who are on the stage, but also women who are movers and shakers behind the scenes. And so we look forward to that. I am Colleen Douglas, and it has been my pleasure. Thank you for tuning in to Reggae Online, and we'll see you soon.